Where is it that you go to find rest? Now, I don't just mean like falling asleep at night. I mean true rest, a true filling of the soul. Now, what I know to be true is that in our world, our society struggles with anxiety and depression. It's skyrocketing levels. And on top of that, we threw COVID into the mix. And it's possible that you listening to this, that you're struggling with anxiety in your life, whether it's through family or through work, whatever it is. What I want to talk about today is how we as believers can find rest. Now, this is something I've been thinking about this week because I am teaching this message at Bradenton Christian School for their chapel next week. And I just want to share with you some of the stuff I've been diving into. But what I'm looking at is Matthew chapter 11, where Jesus offers an invitation. And I want to offer that invitation to us today. So let's read, and then we'll look at what it looks like to find rest in a world of anxiety and stress. Jesus says this in chapter 11 of Matthew, verse 28. He says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." What an invitation. What a beautiful opportunity for you and I to recognize that there's chaos around us, but we can find rest in Jesus. So how do we do it? Well, first is that we have to come to Christ. That he simply starts off and says, "Come to me." And I love this part. He says, everyone who is heavy laden and burdened and labor, come to me. It's a beautiful invitation because it doesn't matter your background, your race, your belief. Everyone has the opportunity to come to Jesus. And then what happens next? Well, Christ says, "Take my yoke upon you, for my burden is easy and it's light." Well, how do we reconcile that? Well, it looks like this, that we come to Jesus and then we follow him. Taking his yoke upon us means that we no longer follow our belief system, follow our way of life. Instead, we follow after Jesus. And I love this picture. That he says, "My burden is easy and it's light." He says, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." Now, how is that? Well, I believe it's because you and we recognize that Jesus came and died for us, that he took the punishment that should have been on us and it was upon him, that the punishment that brought us peace was laid upon Jesus. Why is his burden light and his yoke easy? Well, it's because we don't have to follow the trappings of religious thought and trying to earn our way to God anymore. The anxieties, the stress, the pressure of life, we recognize that Christ died for us, that he came for us, and that he has all authority in heaven and earth. And we can rest in that fact today, no matter what may ail us, no matter what may go on in our life. We can come to Jesus, we follow his way, and we recognize the gospel, the mercy of God, that his yoke is easy, his burden is light, because he has taken all of that stuff, he's taken it upon himself so that you and I can walk in freedom and that we can find rest in God. So wherever you are today, Good Life, I pray that we would be a people that rest in Jesus in the middle of a chaotic and anxiety-ridden time and world. So let's go be a people that follow after Christ and we find our rest in him.